会亲吻吗？
我到现在连初吻都没有亲过我，也没有抱过我，也没有牵过我的手。
是这样吗？
他也没有牵过我的手，我也没牵过他的手。
Who would believe this? This couple has been married for 5 years, and the husband hasn't touched his wife once. The wife still has her first kiss. Wife Xiao Xie even said that, forget about emotional communication or physical contact, the two of them are like strangers living under the same roof. But husband Xiao Wang says that the lack of marital relations is not his fault. What's really going on here? Wife Xiao Xie told the mediator that in 2013, she was introduced to her husband Xiao Wang by someone else. Since both of them were older and eager to get married, they thought each other was okay in terms of conditions and personality, and their parents were both satisfied with the match. So after meeting 3 times, they got their marriage certificate. Little did she know, the marriage life she had dreamed of turned out to be a bottomless pit. 5 years of marriage, and her husband showed no interest in her. Not only did he refuse to share a bed with her, but they didn't even have any intimate gestures. An unmarried man and woman, living together in the same room for 1800 days, and the man remains completely indifferent. One has to say, this is a true sage. But wife Xiao Xie began to have her doubts. She originally married to live a good life, but now it felt no different from being a widow. The mediator was puzzled too. With everything being like this, why not just get a divorce? Xiao Xie gave a rather practical answer.
是公公婆婆一直对我很好，从我到这里没结婚之前，从我到这里开始，就各方面都很照顾我。
Since she married, she hasn't done any household chores. Whether it's washing clothes or cooking, everything has been taken care of by her in-laws. The 2 elderly people treat her with great care, pampering her like a jewel. So Xiao Xie feels that, aside from the lack of marital relations, everything else in this family is perfect. And her husband, Xiao Wang, openly admits everything his wife accuses him of.
2个人是没有夫妻生活的，是这样吗？
是的，是没有。
那你不觉得你为什么呢？是他不主动，还是他不愿意？还是你不愿意？
Xiao Wang told the mediator that the fault does not lie with him.
听他说他都不想，他家里整天就玩电脑游戏。
你玩电脑游戏，他现在是整天玩电脑游戏，你想跟他说话，他不跟你说话，你是这个意思吗？
他都不理的，那个戴着耳机就是他就不理我。
Xiao Wang's point was that his wife Xiao Xie only cared about playing games and didn't pay attention to him, so the two of them grew farther apart. When Xiao Xie heard this, she was furious. When they first got married, Xiao Wang played games every day and ignored her, so Xiao Xie also bought a computer to play games. This shows that both of them have introverted personalities and aren't good at communication. Of course, the fundamental issue is that there's no affection between them. While other couples have marital relations, theirs has been non-existent.
会亲吻吗？
我到现在连初吻都没有亲过我，也没有抱过我，也没有牵过我的手。
是这样吗？
他也没有牵过我的手，我也没牵过他的手。
After 5 years of marriage, the couple hasn't shared a bed, and the wife openly says her first kiss is still intact. Facing this situation, Xiao Wang openly tells the mediator that he has no feelings for his wife.
喜欢他吗？
我是不喜欢他。
不喜欢他。你不喜欢他，为什么要跟他结婚？
Xiao Wang told the mediator that their marriage was arranged by their parents, and Xiao Xie was not the type of woman he liked. But his parents liked Xiao Xie's respectable job and her reserved personality, so they quickly arranged the marriage. Xiao Xie's parents also thought Xiao Wang's family was financially stable, so after meeting 3 times, they got the marriage certificate. This shows that both sets of parents ignored their children's opinions, and the marriage was decided for them. Xiao Xie felt deeply aggrieved when recalling this.
就相当于是父母
之命，
对，
但是现在什么社会了，你怎么会那么听话？
那怎么说呢？我们农村的话，27、28岁的姑娘嫁不出去，就相当于就是人家说的，就吃爸妈的饭了，就是家丑一样的那种感觉。
Due to some old-fashioned customs and pressure from her parents, Xiao Xie reluctantly married. However, she's an honest and down-to-earth girl, thinking that affection could develop slowly. She never imagined that things would turn out this way. Of course, the main reason Xiao Xie started considering leaving was because they didn't have children. Since they never had marital relations, Xiao Xie had no choice but to tell her parents the truth. As for Xiao Wang, his parents were eager for grandchildren. After seeing that Xiao Xie's belly had been still for so many years, they couldn't help but ask their son what the problem was. Xiao Wang lied and said that their sexual life was normal, and there was no issue on his part. Naturally, his parents began to think that Xiao Xie couldn't have children, so their attitude toward her became colder. But since the two of them had conflicting stories, it eventually came out. When Xiao Xie's mother found out, she was furious. She felt that Xiao Wang wasn't reliable and suspected that his family might have been involved in a fraudulent marriage. So, her mother urged her to divorce immediately. Xiao Wang's parents repeatedly tried to persuade Xiao Xie to stay, but she didn't know what to do, so she moved out, hoping to carefully consider the marriage. When Xiao Wang found out that his wife had left home, he quickly tried to persuade her to come back. But the message he sent her was quite baffling. He told her that he had gone to the hospital for an examination, and there was nothing wrong with him. If Xiao Xie was willing to return, they could finally try to have marital relations. When Xiao Xie heard this, she was utterly enraged.
就是我回来了就有夫妻生活了，那种感觉就是被强迫的，就不是自愿的。
那你当时回来了吗？
没有回来，我不可能呀，4年多没有性生活，现在我要回去，为了性生活而跟他过日子。
Xiao Xie felt that Xiao Wang's words made no sense. The only reason she wanted to stay in this marriage was to find someone to live a steady life with. Xiao Wang wasn't a movie star or a handsome man, so who would want to stay just for marital relations? Furthermore, his parents had been wanting grandchildren, and Xiao Wang kept insisting that he had checked and that there was nothing wrong with him.
但是我跟他没有性生活，他精子很好，跟我生不出孩子有关系吗？
Xiao Xie felt that since Xiao Wang had no feelings for her and kept telling illogical lies, she had had enough of this sexless marriage. So now she wanted a divorce. However, in her in-laws' eyes, the blame didn't lie with their son.
我子女是很老实的，很内向的，
很老实。
但因为这个东西呢，这个这个东西呢，要兴起起来，红起来社会上了。这个女人要发起来，男人要红起来。
Xiao Wang's father frankly admitted that his son is too introverted, and his daughter-in-law, Xiao Xie, is also a reserved person. However, since the two are already married, marriage needs to be nurtured. If Xiao Xie could be gentler, sweeter, and coax her husband a bit, they would eventually develop feelings for each other. However, Xiao Xie directly rejected this suggestion. 5 years of marriage had already drained all her expectations, and one thing in particular had completely broken her heart. It turned out that a year ago, the two were already planning to divorce, but Xiao Wang's family wanted her to leave with nothing. Xiao Xie completely refused to accept this. The house they were living in, although the down payment was provided by Xiao Wang's parents, the mortgage had always been paid by her.
总共150万的房子，45万的首付，然后105万的那个房贷嘛，然后每个月7500，基本上都是我在付。
Since the property ownership certificate was in both their names, and Xiao Xie had been paying the mortgage herself for the past 5 years, she demanded 300,000 yuan in compensation. Initially, her husband's family refused to agree and kept bargaining. When Xiao Xie saw that negotiations weren't progressing, she sought the help of a mediator. In Xiao Xie's view, since they couldn't continue, it was better to part ways cleanly. The 300,000 yuan she was asking for wasn't unreasonable, but Xiao Wang's parents felt that since she had also been living in the house, they couldn't agree to such terms. They were only willing to compensate her with 250,000 yuan. After negotiations reached a stalemate, the mediator consulted a lawyer. The lawyer suggested that Xiao Xie's request was not excessive. The house was marital property, and although Xiao Wang's parents had paid the down payment, it was considered a gift to the couple. Therefore, the property should be divided equally, though adjustments should favor Xiao Wang due to the down payment. The law would also support Xiao Xie's claim of a sexless marriage. In the end, Xiao Wang's parents agreed to compensate Xiao Xie with 300,000 yuan. By this point, the matter was finally resolved. Regarding this case, it's hard to understand why Xiao Wang was never interested in Xiao Xie. Living together for 5 years without even holding hands made their marriage seem full of awkwardness and grievances, with nothing else to hold on to. The root cause was likely their age and the pressure to marry quickly. Think about it. They had only met 3 times and probably only remembered each other's names. They didn't even know what the other person liked to eat, their hobbies, or even their sexual orientation. Living together in such a rushed manner, the marriage was destined to end in chaos. So, a word of advice: whether it's love or marriage, always follow your heart. After all, your life is your own responsibility. What do you think?
After reading the story of this couple, I feel deeply touched. Do you think a marriage without a sexual relationship can last long? I can seriously tell you, it might last long, but a truly sexless marriage is unlikely to be happy. A friend once said that he and his wife had been married for 8 years. As soon as their daughter was born, they began sleeping in separate rooms. He had communicated with his wife about the issue of their sexual relationship, but she always refused him with various excuses. For example, "I'm too tired today," or "I don't feel well today," or "I have to get up early for work tomorrow," and so on, with endless reasons. Once, when he tried to be more proactive, his wife suddenly turned around, pushed him away, and asked him impatiently, "What do you want? Can't you just sleep properly?" In that moment, his heart sank to the bottom. From that point on, he felt like he was the most useless man in the world, and even thought the marriage instantly lost its meaning. In a sexless marriage, the most painful thing is not the absence of sex itself, but the lack of emotional communication that comes with it. The two go from having endless things to talk about to having nothing to say. They hardly contact each other, and even when lying in the same bed, they do their own things. No communication, no hugs, no kisses. Even holding hands becomes a luxury. Among the many human needs, sex is one of the most basic, just like our need for air, water, and food. Sexual relations between a couple are a way of expressing love, a glue that bonds the two. It not only satisfies both the spiritual and physical aspects, but also helps relieve stress and emotions, fostering greater intimacy between the couple. Without a sexual relationship between husband and wife, you will feel that there is no longer any love between the two, like a dish without salt, losing its support spiritually. Gradually, you will find yourself becoming irritable, arguments between the couple will increase, and everything seems meaningless. You will start to wonder why you are even trying to maintain this so-called marriage. Is it just for the child? Is it merely to keep the family intact, or to fulfill your parents' expectations? But what about myself? My own feelings? My own life? A marriage without love is a compromise, and a marriage without sex is torture. A writer once said, "Love equals affection plus sex. Without sex, there is no love." The lack of sexual intimacy between a couple is like losing a bridge of communication, which actually means the loss of emotional connection. When there is no emotional connection between husband and wife, both will feel lonely and unfulfilled psychologically. Unmet inner needs may lead to stiff, indifferent, or even conflict-filled interactions. Effective communication and problem-solving become difficult, and there is no longer a shared vision or effort for the family's future. One or both parties may begin to doubt each other's loyalty, seek emotional support elsewhere, or even have an affair. Over time, it may also affect the growth environment of the children, making them feel the tension and disharmony in the family atmosphere. Can you accept a sexless marriage? Feel free to leave your comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us, and we will continue to bring you even better content. Thank you again for watching, and see you next time.